gonna go ahead and refresh Gibbs beer.
Go okay.
Replenish.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you, like, number 4?
Like number 10 for the night. Yeah. I drank a several on your front porch before I rang the doorbell.
before you rang the doorbell.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. I did that since I was a kid on Halloween. Trick or treat, and be pretty fucking toasted, dude. Yeah.
We toasted. All right. So that book is seems like it has a lot of good insight and a lot of fucking.
Oh, this book is fucked up, dude.
Like,
yeah,
you
say insight, I say fucked up. Identification with the devil amplifies the dangers inherent in group identification, which tends of its own accord towards pathological stultification. Loyalty to personal interests, subjective meaning can serve as an antidote to the overwhelming temptation constantly posed by the possibility of denying anomaly, which translates in, don't be a twat. Yeah, be cool, dude. Don't be a cocksucker. Yeah, but yeah, Mr. Peterson puts it in eloquent terms. You know, you couldn't write that. Son of a bitch, you look just like Farva, dude. Every time I look at you, you look like fucking Farva, dude.
Do you need my assistance?
Yeah, would you like a liter of cola?
Oh, like a liter of cola.
Yeah, but if anybody out there, you know, you listen to this, get you the Maps of Meaning, start reading it. It's, you know, it's a really good book. Yeah. It's a tough read. But the excerpt we read right now, it's about talking. It really talks about, you know, when you travel and you explore the unknown is when you're at your most vulnerable and you're at your weakest. You're relying on your instincts and you're relying on your loved ones, and that's pretty much a metaphor for life. You're out there. That's what life is. I mean, your life throws so much shit at you. It's constant challenge, but you rely on what you've known, the wisdom you've gained, and the support of your loved ones. Hopefully, you know, they're going to have your back. Pretty much, to put it in layman's terms, they're going to have your back, and they're going to support you, and you're gonna endeavor. You're going to continue and keep going. That's it. Yeah, man. It's simple stuff. It's human beings. Human beings are, you know, we fancy ourselves complicated creatures, but the story's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
The story's the same through generations, through whatever countries, generations, cultures. Story's the same, and at the end of the day, it boils down to love, hope, support, survival, and that's what it is. And the only way we survive is with each other. That's it. There's no fucking lone wolves. There's no you know, Billy Badass. You need love. You need hope. You need support. Everybody does. And you're either receiving it or you're giving it. And honestly, personally, myself, I find more satisfaction in giving. You know, in giving. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. I think when, like, for me, when you come from a background where, you know, you didn't have a whole lot, but you had enough. Like enough, yeah. Like we had enough. My
sufficient.
Yeah, my parents, we never went without food. You know what I mean? And thank God.
That makes one of us.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that I'm really grateful for, that I'd never had to experience that, because I know a lot of people.
Me and my brother ran away from home one time because we were hungry. Yeah. Honestly, we did. It's a true story. We fucking ran away.
I believe it. Yeah, and so, you know, we never needed food. We never needed like we never really struggled for, like, you know, I mean, we didn't have the best clothes. We didn't have, like, everything was fucking Walmart. But you know what? We never not had anything. You understand what I'm saying? We were just that fortunate. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, my parents didn't have anything, but my grandparents were the ones that were helping out my parents. You know, they were helping them out because they were young. So, and you come from a family like that, and
how old was your grandpa, dog? Like 27?
Shit, yeah, probably. Shit. Who knows, man? Probably.
Mexicans are crazy, though. You have like a fucking 30-year-old grandpa. You're like, hold on, let me do the math on this shit. Yeah.
But yeah, man, you come from, like, you know, when you come from humble beginnings, or like like when you didn't really come from like money, or you didn't have a lot of great things in your life, and you see somebody struggling, you know what that feels like. You know that, hey, they don't have the best stuff. Some that might not even have any stuff. So you do what you can to help people out, because that's what you do.
But that's the magic time right there, boy. Yeah, I wouldn't be who I am today without those struggles.
Yeah.
It was funny today. My buddy Eric V Ariel, he runs a CrossFit gym. CrossFit Hebner. Shout out to CrossFit Hebner. It's his passion. He's been doing CrossFit for I don't even know, 10 years now, maybe something like that. And they just got into this intermittent fasting. And he's posting on Instagram 72-hour fasting challenge or whatever. I tagged my brother. I was like, shit, me and my little brother pioneered this technique way back in the fucking 80s. When we were kids, like 72 hours. Yeah, son. Oh, we didn't eat shit for like 4 days in a row. Whatever. But it's and that builds character. That tells you, what I mean? It's like, I think that's why a lot of people have a lot of anxiety now. The young people, maybe they got anxiety, depression, whatever it is, because they have no struggle.
Yeah.
Everything is cushioned. I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast, and he's talking about nerfing corners and everything's soft. And it's like, it wasn't like that when I was a kid. It was hard. It was tough. There was no electricity. These kids, they might get upset about not having a unlimited data plan or whatever the fuck they're talking about now.
They like grit, and that's something we've talked about before about grit.
Grit, there's no. It's like, where's your grit? There's no, like, son. We didn't have electricity, boy. We didn't have water. They shut our water off several times. They shut our natural gas. My father. They shut our natural gas off so many times. My father hooked up our natural gas with a piece of water hose and duct tape. They got so upset with it, they took our whole fucking meter, everything they dropped the pipe down to the ground, where it was like, you're not gonna hook this up no more, you son of a bitch. Yeah, we're deep West Side. We had extension cords from my grandfather's house across the street when they cut our electricity off. We had extension cords rode over the telephone wires across the block, across the street, down to our anytime. God's honest truth. If a big truck came through, it'd fucking rip our extension cord straight off, because the top of the truck would hit it, and fucking all the power in the house would go off. It was. You can look it up. You want to look up ghetto? Go ahead, Albert Street, 808 Albert Street, 19th Poplar. It was bad, but it built character, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I would not trade it for anything, because it makes you the person that you are, and it makes you understand certain things. And that really translates to, like, say, when we were overseas. You're in Iraq, I'm in Iraq, I'm in Afghanistan. I see those people, and they're dirt poor, but guess what? They're fulfilled, and they're happy. And what makes them happy? Maybe a bowl of stew, and some, what do they call it? Naan? The bread? Naan. And we sit down, and I've sat down, crisscross applesauce, eating with these guys. You know what I mean? Dipping in the bowl, loving it, and we're connecting, because that's real humanity right there. Yeah. And a lot of times, that's why I feel some of the kids might feel a little anxious, because they don't experience it. They don't know what that is. Yeah. They just don't understand.
Yeah, and what's funny is that our kids won't never experience any of that. You know what I mean?
Well, I talk to my kids all the time. Just on the way over here, I was talking to my daughter. I picked her up from school, and I was talking to her about certain things.
Some stories about
stories.
Yeah. And that's when we can teach them, but they'll never like experience it unless they leave the house, and that's when they do. That's when they have their struggle. You know what I'm saying? Living paycheck to paycheck. Living on.
Well, actually, Kiko, there was no paychecks at my house. There was. No, you don't.
Well, for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
because I know my parents didn't bring in. There was times where they didn't bring in a paycheck either. You know, and my grandparents had to help them out because my grandparents had a business. You know, it was a lucrative business. It was a hardware store. You know, and then later on in the 90s, it expanded. It was a convenience store. They used to call it the Alamo Dome. Everyone in town used to call it the Alamo Dome because it had a dome shape like
you
this.
Fuckers from the fucking valley. And where are you from, Kiko? From the
Big Wheels.
Big Wheels. You little
Brush
town,
country, baby.
yeah, you little town fuckers, dude.
The hardware.
Everybody south of San Antonio was a star, boy. Yeah, everybody I met, they came on vacation to San Antonio. I'm going to SeaWorld, daddy.
Yeah,
I'm going to Fiesta, Texas. I hit the big time, daddy. Yeah, that's right, dude.
I remember back in the 80s when we went to Astroworld, and that was like whoa, and we only went there once, but that was like we ain't never been to a place like that. And then
what, a lot of black people? Is that what you're saying?
No,
You sure?
Like an actual amusement park, you know?
Amusement. Oh,
and then we went to after that we went to Bridge.
I don't think there was a lot of black people in Carrizo Springs or Big Wheels. No.
There's a couple.
Is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
yeah. They're diverse. We're diverse.
Shout out to Big Chris, Eugene Boston, Kenny Smith, Glenn Samples, Alfred Palmer. Boy,
is all your black friends?
No, yeah. When I moved to my neighborhood on the west side, it was my grandpa and grandma on the block across from us, and it was us, and the whole neighborhood was black. But guess what? They embraced us. Shuggy, Vicky, Grandma Moore, everybody. We're wild, boy. We're like fucking Indians, dude. We had long hair. We're fucking crazy, dude. We'd walk in people's houses without permission. Me and my brother, we didn't have no manners, dude. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We didn't know how to act. And we'd walk in and the whole family would be looking at us like, I remember walking into the Moore's house, our neighbors. We're running around their fucking yard like crazy fucking Apaches. We trust me. I go in the fucking front door like, you know what? I gotta take a piss. I walk in the front door, no permission. I just walk in. The whole family's just sitting there stoic, just staring at me. Like, I didn't know. I hardly knew any English. They're like, can I use your restroom? And they're like, what's wrong with your restroom? Broken. Get the fuck out of here. They kicked me out. But that family, the Moores, we became lifelong friends.
Yeah.
I mean, lifelong friends, dude. But
they bring that story up all the time.
What was that?
I bet you they bring that up all the time.
Oh, they're like, fucking crazy little Mexican kids, long hair, little caveman fuckers, running in their house. Yeah, but the Moors, dude. But yeah. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to go off on a tangent. Go ahead.
Shit, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about now.
Well, let's move on, dude. What are we doing? We did the excerpt from books.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the my grandparents' store that they had built.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It expanded into, it was a hardware store and it expanded to a grocery store.
Yeah.
My grandmother had.
What year was this?
Well, first of all, my grandmother, I think, went up to maybe 8th grade.
But maybe. What year was
when they got the store? In the 80s.
In the 80s?
Yeah, in the 80s.
Were they selling condoms already?
No,
AIDS.
It's hardware store, fool.
Oh, AIDS.
Straight pipes.
That's what I'm talking. Straight pipes. Yeah, wrap it up. Wrap up that straight pipe, son.
My grandmother didn't make it to I don't even think she made it to high school. My grandfather didn't even. I don't even know if he made it past 6th grade.
Fucking Mexicans, dude.
Yeah.
Mexicans are something
but they were
else,
able to start a business. They built. My grandfather designed and built a store. My grandmother ran the fucking books. You know,
that motherfucker couldn't spell the word design, dog. Yeah. But he did
it. but he designed it.
Okay.
And then she used to work at this one little market that was there called Mendez.
Okay.
And she used to work there. She ended up buying that store. Yeah, she ended up buying the store.
The American dream, man.
Yeah, and then we had a little convenience store.
Did she kill the owner? No. That's the American dream.
No, man, they're Guadalupanas. They're Guadalupanas together.
Slice his throat. You're like, I take your business and just kill him, dog. Straight fucking mafia style.
No, she bought her out.
Okay.
She sold her the store.
Oh, 2 women? 2 women? They're females?
Yeah, my
Okay.
grandma, fool. Yeah.
I know your grandma with the other.
Oh yeah,
Mendes, funeral,
Mendes, yeah. Miss Mendes. She was a sweet lady.
Mhm.
I remember going over there all the time. I fucking junk food for my fat ass. Well, anyway, my grandma bought the store and she wanted because they were in different parts of the town. I mean, it wasn't that far, but she wanted to have it in one central location.
What Big Spring,
Big Wells, yeah.
Big Wells, Big Springs. Yeah, it
yeah.
wasn't that far of the town.
Well, if anything on the other side of the railroad tracks is that's too far.
The railroad tracks was fuck. Okay.
That was the
metropolis.
Yeah.
That was Big Springs.
No, not really, but
Big Wells was
Yeah.
the railroad. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And so she ended up combining the hardware and the little market that she had, the little convenience store. And she also,
so she was like a dictator.
Yeah.
Like,
and then she added auto parts and a video rental.
So it's like a fucking Kim Jong-un too, right? Big Wheels.
Big Wheels.
Yeah. Killing everybody. You talk bad about the family slice.
Yeah, North Big Wheels. It was
North
Big Wheels. Anything south of the tracks was South Big Wheels.
Hold on, my fantasy football receiver might be scoring a touchdown right. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't check my lineup. Oh well.
You don't got to line up in my league, son.
Well, not
okay, go
league.
ahead. Yeah.
Well, my roster not really a lineup, is it? Like baseball in it.
Sure. Okay.
Right, whatever. Anyway, let me finish this fucking story.
Go ahead.
All right. So, all 4 stores under one fucking roof. And
like a mall.
Yeah, dude. There was literally like a fucking like a little mini mall. And that was like the only place that was like that there in Big Wells.
Yeah.
It was called Amen Bay.
Oh yeah.
Supply and grocery.
Strip club?
No. Could have been though.
Revenue would have gone through the goddamn roof if you had girls showing their body parts, because that's what men like.
Yeah, but I don't know if we wanted girls showing their body parts there in Big Wells.
They have disposable income. The bar set low at Big Wells. The bar set any female body parts shown freely, liberally.
Yeah.
No
matter what size or shape.
no matter what it looks like. Scars, stitches.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been to Tiffany's over here, Cabaret over here. Yeah,
not me, because I'm a good Christian man.
Yeah,
I'm a good Christian man.
Yeah, I've seen the
talent.
The talent. Yeah, it's not
I, sir.
Yeah, I mean the best looking one there looked like a fucking man.
I lead the straight path, son. Straight path. I'm an innocent. That's what I am.
Yeah, sure you are.
Continue. Yeah, continue. Go ahead.
But no, that's it. I mean, we just had the store. They used to call it the fucking Alamo Dome because it was dome shaped. All fucking made out of sheet metal.
We came all the way around this fucking story so you could tell me that.
Well, you kept interrupting the fucking story.
That your fucking building looked like the Alamo Dome.
That's what I said from the beginning, and then you basically told me to elaborate. So
okay. I did. Guilty as charged. I did ask you to elaborate.
And then you were fucking.
So you did elaborate. You did elaborate accordingly, and the fucking store looked like the Alamo Dome.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to cut out half of this shit.
Allegedly. No, don't cut it all out. Don't cut any of it out. Leave it all in. Moving on. What are we doing?
Right. Well, I mean, we gotta give the listeners and the viewers something. So.
We haven't given them shit.
We got this new segment. Well, we're gonna give them something new. Just
new. This is our second episode. Everything's.
I know. We gotta give them something new. You gotta keep up on this shit. You know what I mean?
I wrote with my ink pen. I wrote sports recap right here on my little deal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have the internet flavor of the week. That's our little new segment where Gib goes off on a rant for like, what, 20 seconds? 30 seconds?
I was thinking about sports recap would be 30 seconds.
I mean, well, whatever.
Those are important.
You could do whatever you want.
But we got to get a little jingle going on, though.
Well, I mean, I'll throw something in there.
Sports recap of the week in 30 seconds. And all the sports it only concerns Texas sports. Dallas Cowboys shit the bed. These motherfuckers showed up at the fucking 20-yard line with more than 2 minutes left, rushed into. They were throwing the ball all game long against the Vikings. They show up to win the game with 2 minutes left and fucking call 2 running plays in a row. The first running play, they ran up to the line like it was 3 seconds left in the game. Garbage. Second call, garbage running play. third offensive call, a fucking pass to Zeke. We went about 80 yards in about a fucking minute to get down to the 10-yard line with passes. Amari Cooper was doing whatever he wanted. Once we got down there, we shit the bed. Fuck Jason Garrett. I've been saying that for years. The first time I saw him when I was at Al-Taqa in Iraq, I wanted to fucking punch the guy next to me. But that's the bad news. Second, good news. Tony Parker retirement ceremony. Awesome.
Was it, you went to go see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna spend. I'm not gonna spend money on that. Come on, man. I'm gonna watch it for free on TV.
Only she got free tickets.
But sadly, it's the last retirement ceremony of the Big Three. Dare Robinson, that's my guy right here. This is my guy. D-Rob. I'm a little bit older. When
for those of you listening, Gib had brought his David Robinson bobblehead, and that's what he's talking about right now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Dare Robinson, I met him several times. Challenged him to a game of one-on-one once, and he asked me how much money I had. And I was a 13-year-old little chubby Mexican kid, so obviously I had fucking $0 in my pocket. I didn't have shit. And then he walked away from me. I'm like, fuck you, D-Rob. But I love him. The dude's done so much for the city. I got so many Dare Robinson rookie cards, rookie of the year cards. That's my guy. After that comes the second wave. Timmy D, Tony Parker, Ginobili, the Big Three, of course. And Tony Parker this week had his retirement ceremony. It's tough, man. It's like it's the passing of the torch. It's hard to watch a Spurs game nowadays because, you know, I know some of the guys and, you know, I recognize them, but it's not Tim Duncan. It's not Manu. It's not Tony.
Not the dream team.
It's not, you know, it's not Tony. It's like a passing of the torch, and it's hard to, you know, to identify or to, you know, relate to these guys or whatever. But the whole time I was watching the ceremony, I was waiting for Brent Barry to show up and be like, hey, you banged my wife. What the fuck? Yeah. I was like, God damn it, Tony. And I love pomp, and, you know, I love theater, but, you know, allegedly this guy slept with Brent Barry's wife. I'm like, fuck, I would love to see that too. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, congratulations, Tony Parker, on your retirement. You're a fucking awesome point guard. You're probably the best point guard in the history. Yeah, you are the best point guard in the history of this. And Tony Parker doesn't get a lot of love, dude. It's like
because he's French. That's why.
Yeah, maybe it's like a love-hate relationship with Tony Parker.
Well, no one really likes the French, so I mean, I think that's what it is.
Oh, you know the joke, right? About the red coats. Yeah, you know that joke, right?
Which one?
The British. You know, the British soldiers used to be called red coats.
Yeah, red coats.
And why were they called red coats? So when an enemy shot them, you know, and they were bleeding, yeah, because they were red coats, you wouldn't see the blood. Well, that's why the French wore brown pants. Yeah, that's the reason. I love it. I've been to Paris. Fuck. Who does not smoke in fucking Paris, dude? Jesus Christ, dude. I fucking saw like a 5-year-old kid smoking. I was like, God damn. Okay. Charles de Gaulle Airport is a fucking disaster. That place is a fucking nightmare. But anyway, Tony Parker, my brother, it was great to see you have your moment, and I'm glad everybody showed up. So that's the sports recap.